another thing, use hood to elevate your lifestyle. They are not to be taken seriously. Industry men, hood dealers, scammers, all of them. They are not to be taken seriously, because even when you are their girlfriend, even when they treat you right, it's always the bare minimum, because most of the time they are the first ones in their family to ever have the amount of money that they have, and they are stingy as no one in their life has showed them to be a provider. No one in their life has showed them to want to be generous. These men are still broken. They're still broke as hell here, okay? Use them to get near the men who were raised correctly. 9 times out of 10, most of the men that you gonna come across in your early years, they didn't even have a daddy. And if they did have a daddy, their daddy wasn't showing them the wrong things. Use them to get where you want to be. Okay? You just need the platform. You know how to get out that deal. Do not take that man serious. Do not take that man serious. Why are you taking a man that don't even have a legal job serious? And even if he's an industry man, why are you taking a man that is a first generation rich in his family? First generation rich person in his family. Why are you taking him serious? He got to pay his mama bills, his baby mama bills. He got to do so much for everybody. Then he feel used. He resent taking care of you. It's too much. Black men already come with too damn much. The last thing you need to do is be trying to date him while his ass is the first generation one getting some damn money. Like, no. Go get you a man that came from some money. He saw his daddy taking care and spoiling his mama. He saw his granddaddy taking care and spoiling his mama. Go get with a man like that. A man that came up in the hood and this his first time touching some money. This his mama's first time seeing six figures. They'll never spoil you how you want to be spoiled. They will never treat you how they gonna resent everything about having to take care of you, the kids, everything.
Yeah. I guess the thing that I would ask first, because I'm always trying to be introspective and learn and trying to understand why people are saying what they're saying. And I admit I haven't done any research. I don't really have the capacity or the time to do the research that I probably need to do on some of these people before they say what they say. But I guess the first thing that I would ask, because she's saying use these men to elevate yourself to get to the guy that actually is coming from money or doing stuff legally. But why are y'all advocating for women to talk to scammers and drug dealers and people of the industry when you know that that's a zero sum game in the first place? Why are y'all even entertaining that? I mean, you're acting like you're not going to get pregnant by these guys. You acting like, soul ties and all of that stuff is not real. Y'all acting like, sometimes you can come back from it. Why would you even put yourself in that position? Why would you allow yourself to be used up? I'm going to tell you what I really think. I think that just based off of the rhetoric and the conversations that's being had right now, that these women are just as bad as the men that they date. And the reason that they get involved with them in a relationship is often at times because they are a reflection of the thing that they attract. Well, now, why would I say that, right? Because the whole objective in what she's saying is to use people. Like, I don't even care about what a person does when you're talking about using people. Now, I'm not an advocate for, the illegal things or getting involved in stuff that you're not supposed to get involved in. But see, you don't hear a person saying, man, seek your soulmate and then make sure that you build with that person, or is that the type of person that you want to have kids with? They basically telling you to hoe it out, slut it out, go out there and be for the streets, get involved with people that you're not supposed to get involved with and lifestyles that you're not supposed to be getting involved with. And then the real caveat is to say, well, just don't have a baby by them and you'll be fine. I've interviewed women on my own platforms that have gotten involved with guys and then they wind up having to do jail time. Or, their whole financial makeup got ruined because, the guy had to be able to leverage them, which means that they had to put stuff in their name or, whatever. And so basically what you see is women scamming men that are scamming. And then the advice is use them to elevate your lifestyle to somehow get visibility with the guys that will pick you up in the end. And then hopefully they'll take used goods or they'll take a person that has been broken and has lived a lifestyle. And so you can change from being an industry hoe into being a good girl. And so you can then code switch. And that's why, I tell guys a lot of times, especially the guys that are good guys, that it's more important for you to get with the person that you're supposed to be earlier. If that's the person that you're going to build with, if that's the person that you're going to have children with, you'll sustain a lifetime of misery getting with a person that you think makes sense for you, that's in the industry, that always moved down to Atlanta or Miami or Houston or Los Angeles and all of these places. And you can just basically look at the blueprint of how she moved in her lifestyle to better understand the life that she lives. It doesn't matter if she tells you that she didn't date the drug dealer and all of that stuff. You can basically use your context clues. The game is the game. And guys keep denying this, but I need you to wake the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying. The game is the game, and don't change the players are. Anything that she's saying right here, this ain't new information. This is information that the old school chicks that was with the dope boys back in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s could have told you this. And so this ain't new information. You just didn't have no OGs. You didn't have no brothers. You didn't have a strong father in your life to break this down for you so that you can better understand how to move. And so, they saying to the girls, okay, this is how you move. This is how you level up. This is how you live a lifestyle until you can finally find a guy. Because, the guys that's actually living right and doing the right thing and that's going to get some real money and can sustain it and is not living a short lifestyle that ultimately the police either going to catch up with them, the gun is going to catch up with them, or prison is going to catch up with them, right? The grave is going to catch up with them. Guys that can sustain that type of lifestyle and have a smart mindset, um, you know, those guys, most of the time, they didn't really want to give those guys an opportunity because they couldn't support the lifestyle that they wanted. And so once they live that lifestyle and once they start to age out, they looking for a retirement plan. You the retirement plan. And we tell y'all, all right, listen, stop spending money. If she not rocking with you, don't lead with your money. Don't tell them what you do for a living. Don't do this, don't do that. Just chill out, keep leveling up, focusing on yourself. Make sure that you network with the people that you're supposed to be in the same room with. Most of these women can't get in the same room with certain people that you should be in a relationship with. Authentically observe somebody for their character. Stop trying to fuck them on the first night because that's how you get caught up with people that you're not supposed to be in a relationship with in the first place. When I tell you these things, you don't want to listen because you got boxelitis. You so focused on how you feel about a situation or whether or not you just want her or what you feel like you deserve because you've worked hard your entire life. Nigga, you've been patient your entire life, and the most important financial decision that you're going to make and the biggest safety precaution that you're going to make in your entire life is a person that you close your eyes next to and the person that you decide to be in a relationship with. Not even just getting married, the person that you decide to be in a relationship with. So what she's basically saying has nothing to do with being a good human being and, making sure that you're doing the right thing and rocking out with the right people. She basically instructing the women, hey, and I don't blame her. The game is the game and women going to do what they do. The thing that you're gonna have to focus on is how you react to it, and if you can sort it out and see it for what it is, and that's gonna take you having a clear head. It's gonna take you putting yourself in the right places. You got to remove the distractions out of your mind and out of your life the same way that you did when you was leveling up and getting your money together and getting your life together and getting your degree together, getting your career together, getting your business together is the same way that you're going to have to do that when it comes to the relationships. Everything is supposed to run in tandem. Everything is supposed to be parallel. You can't, under any circumstance, move differently just because you are infatuated with the look, the smell, or the way that she give head. You're going to have to be a little bit different than that. All right? All right. Always like to give credit to the content creators because it's the right thing to do. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments.